Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. So I ran across another YouTube character. Let's just throw a set of timestamps on this and then we'll go forward from there. So a little after 4 o'clock, it is 1/8/2016. Welcome to Friday. It's about 40 degrees out here and 4.6 centigrade, 52% humidity. And the sun's starting to go down, so my batteries aren't charged. Anyway, I showed you guys the first look at the Cushman, the 1948 Cushman. And, you know, then you start doing a little research. And I don't know if you guys get this out there, anywhere around the world. It appears to be, well, let me get out of the light, but he wants a lot of money for it. He's got a website. This is November's issue. Anyway, that's Buzz. So I started flicking through this. I didn't buy it, it was given to me. And this character here, he's the guy I bought the bike from. Crazy Eddie. And he actually showed me that candy thing there. It's made in China. So anyway, I'm flipping through this thing. And suddenly, I realized that this is him for the vintage belt buckles. And that's him on how to get a title. And I keep going. And that's him. 1958 Cushman military pacemaker, electric motor. He did the spray painting on that. It didn't. It didn't look like that. Anyway, and he sold it. He sold that thing. But we're not done with old Crazy Eddie yet. There's more to go. So, does that look familiar to anybody? He wanted $3.95 for it. I actually gave him $2.95. He says it's an 8 horsepower. I don't know if there's any more Crazy Eddie in here. You guys probably had enough by now. Anyway, here's the motor that came out of it. I keep getting in the light. I think it's a 348 right there under the spec. Right, 27-348-11876. So that 348, I think that's when this motor was made. He said it was 8 horsepower. It's actually 0.8 DC. I think it's a series motor. Anyway, this is what the as I drop it on my own foot. That's what the wiring looks like on it. Be honest with you, this looks old. That looks old. I'm not quite sure how to wire it up. I don't know if 2 go to the stator and 2 go to the armature. I'm not quite sure if that's it. It doesn't, I mean, kind of rolls a little stiff. Given that it is a DC motor, one could theoretically energize the fields and spin this, and so energize the stator, spin that, and take a voltage off the and current off the armature. So that's the motor that came with it, which leads me to believe that it may just be in that time frame of 1948, just picking up from the wheat code of build, so to speak. I'm walking you out here because there's another 24 volt DC motor right there, and you guys can see I'm taking really good care of it. I should get that the hell out of there and get it inside, but yeah, that'd be another motor I can theoretically put on the Cushman if I decide to go electric. The nice thing about going electric is, you know, put a solar panel on it and kind of leave it out in the sun, and then it would be, you know, good for just rolling about the property. But the bad thing about it is, I mean, how far are you really going to get with it, right? Alright, this is just a quick video. Ed was kind of an interesting character. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Woodstock, New York. It's the place they had that concert back in 1969. You know, peace, love, and I don't know, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I don't know. I was a kid, a young, like 11. I was 11 when that transpired. I remember the traffic in the area. I don't live in Woodstock, but I do live near the New York State Thruway, and there was so much traffic. The New York State Thruway was shut down because of it. Anyway, that's the town he lives in. Kind of a cool area up there, kind of a bit eclectic. You have an interesting mixture of old hippies, which probably is what he was, and very rich people who think it's cool to live in Woodstock because it's, you know, the place where they had that big concert back in '69. Right, so you kind of have the real mixture of money and boutiques, and then he had a very old home, and he had a workshop. I didn't bring my phone out. I shot a couple of pictures of it. I should have brought my phone out. That was kind of a post and beam workshop, and it had all kinds of clear fiberglass panels to let light in, and all kinds of file cabinets and surplus cabinets, and nothing matched. And he was putting his little world together there. You could see he's quite the hustler from what he put in the magazine. He's also big on going to the various car shows locally. And it turns out from a lot of what he was saying, I've run across some of the other characters he hangs out with. One of the problems he has, though, playing in this business is I think the guy, and I'm not belittling him or causing him any trouble. I'm not saying this to be mean, but I think he's a little bit hand to mouth. And the problem when you're hand to mouth, when you're buying and selling these things, the best time to buy is in the winter, and that's typically when it's the worst time to sell. So here you are trying to buy these things cheap, but you got no money. Come the spring, you could sell all these things and you can make some money at it. But that's the worst time to buy. So he did strike me as if he was a little bit hand to mouth. His house was heated with literally an antique potbelly stove, and in front of the antique potbelly stove was a cat named Charlie, who was sitting on a chair with a cushion, leaning as close as the cat could lean toward the stove because it wanted to be warm. That's the way he heated his place, was with the potbelly stove. His home didn't appear to have a TV set. He did have internet, and he seems to know how to use it, right, to hustle up a few bucks. Nice guy. In a way, kind of made me think about what I'm going to be like in 10 to 15 years. He said he was having some trouble with his back and his hip. I've already had the hip trouble. It's been fixed. But he said he was having some trouble with his back and his hip. And it was beginning to slow down the stuff he wanted to do. He had a million projects floating around. But it struck me as if he was sitting next to the wood stove with the cat. He didn't want to be out in the cold, and I guess that happens as the body gets a little bit older. I have to seeing him, minded me that I have to get this place easier to work on, and so forth. So a video, I don't know, you guys, hopefully you go watch William Statton. He's a guy I've learned a lot of things from. Anyway, a couple of things. He replied to one of my videos. Might have been this one where I was talking about hacking this. And he says he's put these China CDIs. He put one on a Polaris and one on a Suzuki, and he thinks the pulsar puts out too much. The pulse generator puts out too much power, and he thinks it kills the CDI units because they didn't last very long for the Suzuki. I guess it lasted a little while. He got a romp around the yard with it. For the Polaris, I don't think it lasted hardly at all. So, but I've had very good luck with Honda, and there's a few forums, ATV forum, I think it is, where they talk about hacking these in and having really good luck. I guess that's about it. Anyway, folks, so I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up. Please like this video if you do, and think good thoughts. Remember to get out there and enjoy all your days. All right, folks, take care now. Bye.